the best authentic Italian food in Toronto by far.
We opened up a restaurant in our neighborhood. And you know what that fucking meant to us? Our menu, Ernie, is honestly exactly what I grew up eating at home.
I genuinely don't eat other Italian food. I think all Italians are like that.
When your pops died, did you feel like you had to fill a new void? You're like, I gotta step up now in a way.
I don't think I recall my dad one time say, "Good job, Domenico." Like, fuck, good for you.
Your dad is the only man that wants you to succeed more than him.
You don't want to work for a boss, you want to work for a leader.
A lot of people say we have some of the best Italian food in North America. New York thinks they have the best, obviously.
To be jealous and have animosity with other restaurants, it's the worst character you can ever have. Competition's great.
You were the first person to put honey on pizza. Taverniti's. I would say the best authentic Italian food in Toronto by far. I tell that to everybody, but
Toronto or GTA?
we'll have GTA in there.
How far
when
are
I
we
say
going
Toronto,
there?
we'll go far. We'll go Ontario at that point, because what else is there?
For
You
sure.
know?
What else is there? Exactly.
But I probably known you around 10 years, and I don't even think, and we've had a lot of conversations, but I still don't think I know how you got to where you are today. I don't even know if we've had that conversation before, which is crazy, but I'm happy we have the opportunity today.
Yeah.
You guys have both been very successful in what you've done. I think that you guys have created a staple in the city that many people know. But I do want to go into your story. I want people to watch this and understand how you got to where you are today, you know, because a lot of people will just see a couple restaurants, be like, oh, how did he do that? Oh, it must have been easy, or it must have been this, whatever it might have been. Let's go back, Dom. Let's go back to your parents came here from Italy. When did they first come here?
They came here in 1956. Actually, it was December 25th. My mother keeps bragging about it all the time. Like, when I got here, me and your father, you know, we came here with a suitcase with a couple of socks, underwears, whatever, blah, blah. On a boat, yeah.
Came on a boat.
Yeah. And they moved actually at Grayson College. They lived on
Okay.
the second floor building.
Okay.
It was the coldest day of the year, apparently. 30 centimeters of snow, 50 centimeters of whatever. But they got here and they made a life for themselves. My father ended up working construction eventually, the asphalt business. My mother was a seamstress.
Okay.
She worked in a factory. She became a foreman or forelady. And she just, and she had a passion. She loved cooking. She had a passion for cooking. But, you know, they had to do what they had to do to, how do you say, like, you know, survive in the, you know, the first couple of years, you know, from a different country, you know. It took some time. But they did it, and you know, eventually I came along. And
Are you an only child?
I'm the only child. Yeah,
I never
I'm
even
just-
asked you that. If
Yeah,
you had
yeah, yeah.
siblings,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
I just
yeah,
assumed no, because I never met anyone else.
Yeah.
So you're only child.
Only child, yeah.
Where in
and
Italy did they come from?
Reggio, Calabria, Montserrat to be exact. Beautiful place.
Yeah, and then they came here in the snow. In
They
the
came
cold.
here in the snow and the cold, yeah.
The worst day.
The
Right?
worst day for real. But you know, they loved the country. You know, it's opportunity. They gave my parents opportunity, like your parents and everyone else's parents.
Yeah.
So they came here and you know, they wanted the best, you know, living for themselves and for myself.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
What was it like growing up in that household?
You know what? I to be honest, man, I grew up like not a perfect childhood, but like, you know, like no problems, no arguing, no yelling, no screaming, no this and that. You know how it is nowadays, you know.
course.
But it was different, obviously. Like we're talking years and years ago. You know, I'm not a young buck anymore, right? But anyhow, I grew up good. You know, I grew up eating my like best organic food ever. I remember waking up Sunday mornings, whether it be when I was a kid or hungover on Sundays, fucking that smelling that sauce, just like waking me up in the bed, you know.
Sugo Sunday.
Sugo Sundays, yeah.
Come on.
And the polpetti, the coteletti, all that kind of stuff, and you know, you just float into the kitchen, you know.
Yeah.
And I was always by her side, and you know, getting the bread, fucking dipping in the sugo, eating, and she had a passion for cooking. We had a passion for eating, and I think that's pretty much you know, my what do you call it? My fixation of eventually doing something with
food.
With food.
Was there anything that your parents were teaching you early on about life?
You know what? Love what you do. Have a passion for it. Whatever. Like my father always knew that I wasn't gonna be like a 9 to 5er, someone to work a 9 to 5.
But why did he know that? Why did he
Because
think that?
he never really did, and he just seen the way my personality was. He just seen the way I was always outgoing. I was always like digging for adventures. What's this? What's that? What to do, what not to do, and I grew up that way. Like hardcore, true Italian. Like when I went to school, for example, when I was 4 or 5, I never knew a word of English.
I
And
was
my
going to
parents
say that,
said,
right? Italian was your first
Yeah,
language.
yeah. My parents fucking said, listen, we're gonna teach you Italian. You have to learn to speak Italian, understand Italian before, it gets carried away, which is something I should do with my kids, right? But, I remember I was 4 or 5 years old going to school. I never knew a word of English, and these people are making fun of me, whatever. I'm like, fuck, whatever. It is what it is. But then, because he said, listen, you live in this country. If you're not gonna learn English, you might as well fucking shoot yourself.
Go back to Reggio.
Yeah, go back to Reggio, whatever.
Yeah.
But I learned that way,
Yeah.
and now I know to speak 4 languages, man. English, Italian, Calabrese, and Regitano. So you know what I mean?
Calabrese is a whole different
Calabrese is a
language.
whole different language.
And what was that like growing up without knowing English? Like, how was that? Was that a challenge for you?
It was in the beginning because you're at school, like you see other people, other kids, your peers and whatnot, But you know what? Eventually, I had that personality, that character where I was always not the popular guy, but the guy that always got in trouble or whatnot. But you adapt.
Yeah,
and
you're a very social guy.
Yeah, kind of. Now I kind of tapered off a bit, but I was at one point.
I feel like you have it in you to be a really social. Yeah, now you're kind of chill.
Yeah, I'm kind of chill now. But before, like in my day, I had I was pretty.
Was there anything at a young age that was inspiring you, or was there something you looked up to and you're like, that what that guy does, I would love to do something like that. Was there anything like that?
My old man, my father was my idol. He was the guy that I looked up to. Just his work ethics, his personality, the way he got along with my mother. Just he's like, this is what I want to be. I want to be a guy like him.
Yeah.
And I think it happened. It came easy to me, to be honest, because nothing really got in my way. Nothing really kind of transferred me to don't do this, don't do that. Just be yourself, do what you got to do, and then everything will just fall on your lap.
Yeah, because you're like, when I think about you, I think of a guy that like you keep going. You'll break through walls, and if you say you're gonna do something, you do it. Right? Like that's what I get from you. That's a characteristic that I got from you from the moment I met you. You think you get that from your father or your mother?
Big shout out to our family at Minting, Canada's top spot for sports cards, trading cards, collectibles, and live hobby experiences. If you're just getting started or you're already deep in the game, they've got it all. Retail packs, high-end boxes, grading, supplies, and they even do daily live shows. Me and Anth actually have started building our own collection. We're stacking Ronaldo cards, grabbing some Funkos, and ripping whatever we got the itch for. You can shop online or roll to their store in Vaughan to rip, trade, and hit up their bi-weekly trade nights. Hit the link in our description below. Use the code MBH5 at checkout for a little bonus from the boys. Big love for Minting for backing the pod and keeping the hobby scene alive in Toronto.
You know what? Both, to be honest. I got things from my father and I got things from my mother. Two different things, two different aspects. But my mother is more like be a good guy. Always respect women. Always respect your elders and whatnot. My father's like do the same thing, but don't let anyone fuck you around. So I grew up that way, like hardcore. Like typical, like for example, Anthony, he went to Western University, right? He graduated, whatever. He went to Western University. I graduated from USC. University of Southern Calabria. So it's fucking it's stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So
yeah. And okay, so what were you doing at a younger age? Like, what were you were in school? You went to university. Talk about that side and what life was like at that point.
I didn't go to school. I went to high school, whatever. Graduate, whatever. Did well. Stayed next year actually because I really couldn't find my goal or because graduating from high school is one thing, but leaving high school and going to a university or a college to become something is another thing.
Yeah.
And I had not, I didn't want to be an engineer. I didn't want to be a doctor. Not that I was even qualified for that, but it was like, it's like, how do you call it? How do you say it?
You just knew like that path.
It wasn't for me. It's either one or the other, and then after high school, like, I did, little things, ins and outs,
Yeah.
hustled,
Yeah.
did everything I could, have done to survive, to make money.
But did you know that you would want to open your own businesses at that point? Like leaving high school, are you like, okay, like I'm not gonna go that route, so I'm probably gonna have to own my own businesses of some sort.
Eventually, that was the plan.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know when. Because I got married at an early age. I had 2 kids at an early age. So that wasn't really in the plan. But no, it wasn't the plan. But it wasn't like, okay, this is what I got to do right now. It took me, I don't know, I think it was 34, 35.
When you finally,
When I said, man, okay, enough's
like, I
enough.
gotta do something.
I knew I was going to do something, but I didn't know what.
Yeah.
And then, my mother had a passion for cooking. Like, it was crazy. Like, she loved to cook. She worked at banquet halls, made them succeed. And it was one of those things where, this could be the thing. And my dad died in 2006.
Yeah.
And
Which I want to talk about that. Like,
yeah.
how do you think how old were you when that happened?
I was 37, 38.
Okay.
And yeah.
How did that impact? Like, how did that?
It killed me, man, because he was everything to me. You know what I mean? But what bothered me the most, listen, he was getting older. Whatever, people die, right? And
course.
he had such an impact on my mother. And my mother was she was a caregiver, like she always took care of him, whatever. And then when he was gone, like she had pretty much like nothing to look, not to look forward to, but like she had me, she had the grandkids.
Yeah.
But it was more like, what, she wanted to do something because she was always active. Like
It's her life partner. Yeah.
She drove until like 89 years old.
I remember she was driving around in the
she was
thing.
fucking cutting off T2C fucking streetcars.
What car did she have again? What car? She was driving around in the.
And she had a
Civic.
99 Civic.
Right?
I bought her for fucking brand new.
She was hitting bikes.
Pretty much. And she was running over motorcyclists, bike, cutting off people off. TTC.
She was in the courthouse every week.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to pay off these fucking whatever. Getting her license. I remember.
Yeah.
She used to go. She used to go for a test because at a certain age you gotta go. Like, and I knew one guy that was at the fucking. Do me a favor this time. All of a sudden this guy here disappeared.
Then you're done.
Yeah.
She would fail, and then the next time she'd do worse, and she'd somehow pass.
Yeah, like I don't get it, right?
No, even from when I met her after, like closer to the end of her life, right? Like she was the most active. How old was she when she died?
She was 91.
Yes, she was having
91.
espressos, walking
Yeah,
around.
yeah, she
this
was
and
talking
that,
to the customers.
driving cars. I'm like,
she went to the YMCA up until fucking 2 years before she passed away.
Yeah.
So
Till COVID, right?
till COVID, COVID hit, and then
so when your pops died, did you feel like you had to fill a new void? now?
yeah, 100%.
You're like, I gotta step up now in a way.
100%. I had to make her active. I had to make her I had to rejuvenate her. You know what I mean? Like she had to do something. And Taverniti's, it was John's Classic Pizza at that point, and behind every story is a story, and he needed to get out, and I want to get in.
So we're talking about the original Taverniti's, where it is
Taverniti's,
right now.
Where it is right now, yeah, the original one.
There was a business there before.
Yeah, it was like a pizza slice business. They did well for however many years, but
It's like late night, 2
Yeah.
a.m. after the bar kind of thing.
True.
like shit happened.
That used to be
whatever.
way more popular stuff.
Oh yeah,
back
for
then.
then,
sure.
yeah,
Back
right?
then,
Sure,
back
yeah.
then it was college was different back then than it is now. It's starting to pick up, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah. And then okay, before we get to that, because I know there's a cool story with that. You get married early. How old were you when you got married?
26,
Okay.
25, 26, I think. Yeah,
And he was your first child,
he was my first child.
right? That must have given you some sort of motivation too.
Oh, for sure.
Like I don't know how that feels, right?
For
I don't have a
sure.
kid or anything,
Yeah.
right? But of course, like my parents, they got married earlier, they had kids earlier. That generation did that way more than now, obviously. You see now the girl won't get married, she'll just get a dog instead, and now she's done,
sure.
right? But I want to talk about that because that probably impacted you too, where you're like, okay, now I have a new motivation.
For sure.
What was that like, having kids at that age and even being married at that age,
Yeah,
right?
well, I don't think it's ever an excuse for any parent to say, "Oh, I was young,"
Yeah.
or I was old, and my kid missed out on this because of my age. I grew up that way where I had to do whatever I had to do to make him, be proud of me, to make him feel that, hey, you know what, my dad did this, everything is achievable. And you got to do the best you can as a parent, right? No matter how, listen, if you can have a kid, you got to make sure you got to take care of the kid.
For sure.
And teach them the proper values of life.
Yeah.
And I think I did a pretty good job,
Of course.
considering.
Which we're going to ask him about it for sure.
For
We're going to ask him for to put him in the hot seat.
That's I'm kind of proud of that as well because, he's a good kid. He works hard, and am I a part of it? Like, do I take credit for it? Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I do. Like he's got, the best of both. He's got knowledge, and he's got wisdom. Like he knows, for example, like, you teach him well, right? He knows that, for example, a tomato is a fruit, but he knows not to put a fucking tomato in a fruit salad.
That's true.
You're trying to say like fucking.
You gotta know how to use it. That's a good one.
Man. Trying to say like,
I think he just came up with that right now. That's amazing.
That was my birthday message.
Yeah, but trying to say, but yeah, because I was in Florida and I was thinking, okay, it's his birthday. I don't want to say anything fucking, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I'm proud of you. You're probably, every man's dream of having a son, whatever. And and I said, like, he's got the street sense. He's got the smart. He's got the school sense.
Yeah.
And like, you're not gonna put a tomato in a fruit salad, right? Well, there you go, right?
Yeah.
It is a fruit.
It is a fruit, though.
So okay, so it was a motivation. You had him first, then Venezia came after.
Yeah.
Right? How many years apart? 3. 3 years, right? But you didn't have the restaurant yet.
No.
When you had
No.
them.
I had the restaurant. I had another place before this. I had a place up in Kleinburg.
Okay.
It was called Dolce Venezia. I named that to my daughter, yeah. And I had it for a year, 6 months. But having a partner partner in a restaurant business, hospitality business is...
So that was your first restaurant?
That was my first restaurant.
But you had a partner.
But I was so wet behind the ears.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But it was a blessing that I did go through that.
Okay.
Because you learn.
What do you think that you learned from that experience?
Number one, never to have a partner.
Okay.
Number two is that if you want to be in that business, you got to love that business. You got to have passion for that business. You got to wake up every morning thinking about what to do for that business. You got to go to bed at night saying, hey, you know what, man, tomorrow's a big day. Every day's a big day.
Yeah.
I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. With in that situation, it wasn't so much because I'm giving my 150%, and your partner is,
it happens
not
for
to say
sure.
he doesn't care, but like, it's not his thing.
Of course.
So it's either, you're all in or you're not.
Okay, so you I guess you left that partnership.
Yeah.
And then you said, okay, I got to do something on my own now.
I got to do something on my own. It took some time. I took a little sabbatical for about 2-3 years. And then, when after my father's passing and seeing my mother the way she was deteriorating.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, there's no fucking way I'm going to make her, no way. I guess she's like we talked about, a lively person.
Yeah.
Upbeat, outgoing. Like, I'm thinking there's no way.
Yeah.
And then this situation came around.
Okay, so let's talk about the college location, how that came to be, you kind of taking over that business that was there, right? What I'd like to is you used your last name as the name.
You have to.
So it's like, the way I'm thinking now is like, okay, he went straight for legacy. He's now I got to build a legacy. That's what I would think, right? When someone comes and they put their name on the sign,
1,000%.
it's like, okay, I'm building something
1,000%.
to outlast my life.
You know what the thing is, Ernie? I knew that I had to put my name up there, one, to represent my parents, because my father, they grew up on College Street.
Yeah.
So that needed to be up there. 1,000%.
Yeah.
But I knew that there's no way I could fill that name.
It's a pressure. It's a good pressure, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So you put the pressure on yourself right away.
1,000%.
You're like, because that's my name. That's my dad's name. That's my mom's.
Oh, yeah.
I have
Well,
to.
you know what? It was near the end. Not near the end, but it was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do now.
Yeah.
I have no choice. I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
I got to have something for them. I got to do something for them.
Yeah.
I got my mother that's obviously came on board.
Yeah.
Taught me the recipes, did the cooking.
Well, I think that gave her a new sense of life.
I gained about 10.
Purpose, right? Like she had this
10,
new
50.
purpose in her life.
I gave 10, 15 years of her life, man.
For sure.
All day, every day.
She had such a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about that first year. What was that first year like when you opened Taverniti?
The first year was honestly, it was different because the place I took over, was selling slices.
Okay.
And pizza slices, and pretty much that's it. A booze can. After clubs, people go to 2 in the morning, whatever. So I figured, you know what? Let me get my beak wet a bit. Let me just continue this thing that they're doing.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, man, this street needs a lot more. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. And then slowly we start implementing the pastas.
Okay.
My mother's sugo was fucking great. It's gold.
So what was the conversation like with your mother at that point? You're like, I'm gonna get this place.
Yeah,
You gotta come make this menu.
Are you kidding me? Oh, she'd wake up at 5, 6 in the morning. Okay, let's go. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? What do we do today? Like every day when we first started we started off with say a lasagna. Then from lasagna went to carbonara. Then from carbonara I went to like a penne pomodoro.
Yeah.
And then I went polpette. Then a vitello parmigiana.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the 2-burner stove.
We had I started.
What was it like? What was it like? Because now people will go there, and they see, 10 servers. They see 3-4 guys in the kitchen. I'm sure it didn't start like that.
No. Well, how it started was, honestly, it was like me and her in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then one person in the front.
Okay.
And then it was Lisa.
Lisa
It was
was in
Lisa Martel. She was there. So, we have to give credit to quite a few
lot of
people,
people,
that helped us to get where we're at,
Yeah.
Lisa was there in the beginning. So she was like, working in the front, and me and my mother at the back, washing dishes, making pizzas. She's taking fucking 3 hours to make a pasta. I mean, but you know
stand
what?
on the
But
milk
people
crate.
loved it because
Of course.
they see an old lady in the back, like,
Yeah.
hey, look at this. She like grandma, known as cooking,
yeah,
like
yeah.
and hey, babe, you should gotta come to this restaurant because there's and it started from that, and then from there, I fucking, my hands were fucking getting more clear than fucking Mr. Clean, so I figured I had to hire a dishwasher.
Of course.
So then I was allocated to the pizza station. And then my mother was
You got promoted.
I got promoted to the pizza station, right? And then for pizza, the pasta. Then we had to hire a pizzaiolo. Then we had to hire another server.
Of course.
Then we had to hire a busser,
Yep.
And then it just trickled on, you know what I mean? And Tanya came. And Tanya was a huge, a huge lift.
So how old were you when he opened?
I was, I think when you first opened, I was in grade 8, still St. Anthony's.
You're in
no?
grade
So I was
8,
8, I
7,
think,
8.
yeah.
So what do you remember from that year
From when it
when it first
started?
opened? Yeah.
So I was graduating grade 8, and then I went to Harvard, which is near the restaurant, right?
Okay.
So I remember him there every day, every morning, night. We barely saw each other. Like we would, but at the same time, like I knew he was busy, and I was, doing school and all that. But I'd go for lunch and stuff. I was really young,
Yeah.
right? And I remember there's still slices at that time.
Yeah.
So like it'd get busy for lunch and stuff. But yeah, that was like early on. I was really young.
So you were never home.
No.
No, man, fire. I was Ernie. I was
Well, you're
like,
saying washing the dishes, making the pizza.
man,
that
I was doing like 9, 10 in the morning to like 1 at night, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I was sweeping. I was mopping the floors.
Yeah.
This before, because everyone would go home, like they'd be tired, whatever. So I had to stick around. And you know what? You're always like a little paranoid in the beginning, we want to make sure everything's good.
Of course.
Because you want to be ready for the next day. You don't want to shit on the floor and whatnot. You don't want to keep everything spotless.
Yeah.
It was stuff like that. I just took pride into everything I did. Especially my mother being there.
Yeah.
And want to impress her and wanting her to be happy, which it made a world of difference to her, man. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Huge.
And then let's say more on a business side. What were you learning about the first year about having a restaurant like that?
You know what? I knew a little bit about the other restaurant, but I was never really. I was hands on the kitchen a lot, like doing the labor work and whatnot. But I was slowly learning, the business aspect of it.
Yeah. Because there's a whole other side
it's
of
a
it.
whole other. So that was a little difficult, but as the bills come in, you pay, and then okay, what did I do wrong this time? Did I pay too much? So what do I have to do to decrease this and whatnot? This goes with the staff. This goes with the people working at the back, the whole spiel. You know what I mean? And that's when it came to a point where down the road, like 3-4 years, where I was just waiting for this guy to finish university. Because
So that was in the plan the whole time.
Fuck all day, man. This guy here, shit, shower, shave to go to work. Fuck, no chance in hell. I was just waiting, right?
Yeah.
He was banging, whatever the hell. He was doing whatever he's got to do in university.
But did you tell him at a young age, like, hey, like I'm building this?
I
We
told
had
him,
the talk.
I-
yeah.
we had
What,
the
what was
talk.
that? What was the talk like?
Well, the talk. You want me to go, Anthony? You want me to go?
you
What
go.
the talk was is that he used to come home from university.
Yeah.
And he figured home is still university. So,
Yeah.
he'd fucking, with his friends, I'm back, Mr. Popular is back.
Yeah, the star's back.
The star's back. And,
Yeah.
meanwhile, I'm fucking sleeping like a dog. So
You're working 14 hours a day. This
man.
guy's going to Western having a blast.
So I wake up in the morning, get ready to go out and call for my mother with the fucking Milano Biscotti there.
Oh,
This guy wakes up
coming
fucking
home.
half rocked. He's
Yeah.
coming home. Like, what's going on over here, man?
Yeah.
Like, why? They don't think this is gonna happen. Don't think, what do you mean? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's where we bumped heads.
yeah,
a bit because
Is that the first time you really bumped
yeah,
heads?
kind of.
that's when it started.
That's
Kind
when
of
it started.
because he was always like, I'm busting my balls. Look what I'm doing, and I saw it, right? But
Yeah.
maybe he didn't see that I saw it, but I did.
Yeah.
So that was the whole like.
And you're just like
miscommunication.
being a teenager.
So I'm like, yeah, but let me chill. Let me do my thing. Like I want to go with my friends. It's that. Don't worry. Like I go. I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. Eventually, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna do my thing.
Okay.
Which now we're at that point, right?
course.
But it was always like, are you? Like,
Yeah.
do you see me bust my balls? Look at you.
So,
waking up
so
at
you
12.
kind of knew the whole time as you were growing up
Yeah,
and seeing your
100%.
pops. You're like, okay, this is
Yeah.
something that I'm gonna eventually.
I just didn't want to give in so quick. When you're young.
You want to have fun, man.
want to
Like,
have fun.
And I
Some
said,
time,
and
bro.
I said,
Yeah, but that's the thing. So
yeah,
like-
bro, how much time
but
do I
he was
fucking
cool
have,
with
man?
it. Like he
But I
wasn't.
was cool.
He wasn't a dick with it, but like he'd give me the odd jab here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And then you guys finally had, I guess, like one conversation that changed
Yeah, I
it.
pretty much said the
Yeah.
buck stops here.
Yeah.
And the fucking guy ended up getting a tattoo on his arm with a buck.
buck on it.
With a buck. So it's a reminder. But I loved it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, cool. It's all right. So we're getting somewhere. We're progressing. You know what I mean?
Did you feel though like any sort of pressure, like where it was
Yeah.
like not only like okay, first of all, to take over the business is one thing, but then to also do it in a great way, like do it where you make him proud at the same time. Because I feel like a lot of sons have that too with their fathers, where
Yeah.
like you want to make your dad proud.
I mean, yeah. At first, it was always like, "Papa, look at this. I did this. I changed this. Oh, this is better. We should do this. We should do that." And then he's not really. He never. Yeah, this is amazing. Whatever. But then slowly you start to see it. Like you see
Yeah.
that he'll realize, okay, you know what? This is a good path. You're taking this on, right?
Okay.
And that's where I got my appreciation from. Like we never had that like I'm proud of you, son moment kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like sometimes we do.
Yeah.
But you start to see it, right? Like we know each other very, very well.
Yeah.
And we know the way we are. And it works.
Yeah.
It does work. And I think it's a product of who I am today too.
For sure.
The way I was raised like that, right? But yeah, changes here and there. Like we did a lot together. And he had that very old school mentality too, which works.
Yep.
It does work
Of
a lot.
course. I agree.
And it's funny. It's funny because today's day, like you don't see that anymore, right?
Well, you can't.
No, you
And he gets a lot of respect for that too, like especially like with suppliers and stuff like that. Like I noticed that like just certain things he did. It's like you look at that now. It's like, how did this even happen? Like how did he make this work?
Yeah.
But he did, right? And you got to appreciate that. And I saw that, right? Growing up, I saw that. I saw the way he was doing things. I saw how hard he was working and all that.
Yeah.
And it was good. That's honestly, it pushed me in the right direction too, right? It motivated me to do better.
It's
But
tough.
even when I do things that I find, this is a great accomplishment, I always have that mentality that I could do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just not enough.
Yeah.
No
Which
matter
is
how
something that
much.
he actually, that's a
So
characteristic
he
you have.
taught me that without, explaining that to me. I kind of learned that by watching him and seeing what he does and the way he does things. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So, and that was something I'm grateful for. I don't think a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Like it's tough love, you know what I mean? Like I grew up that way. Like I don't think I recall my dad one time say, "Good job, Domenico." Like fuck, good for
Yeah.
you. I'm thinking, if he said that, man,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with him? He's going to see it now, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So it was hard for me to nowadays. I think you have to.
Yeah.
Which I did like later on. I find like, okay, you know what, the kid's doing amazing. Like you have to give him a couple of props here and there.
Yeah.
But I would compensate in other ways. We would go to Vegas to compete
Yeah.
in pizza competitions, and when we did go there, like we
It's a
get
blast,
we get
yeah.
hammered together.
Yeah.
we
Go to
fucking
casino, get rinsed.
yeah.
But I think it's a great relationship. I think a lot of sons
Yeah.
would love to have that kind of relationship
Oh
with
yeah,
their dad,
are
right?
you
Where it's
kidding
like,
me? For sure.
because
Yeah.
listen again, and we'll talk about this too. Working with family is never easy.
Yeah.
Right. There's pros and cons, right? But if you can make it work, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. And it's funny you said the thing about like, he never really said, "I'm so proud of you, son." That's just the traditional, like that. He's
It
old
is,
school,
yeah.
right? I think him putting you in the position you're in is way better than him saying those words
Oh,
to you, right? That
1000%.
just shows how proud he is
Yeah.
of you, right? Because again, he's an old school guy. If you couldn't do it, I'm sure he'd be like, "Hey,
Hey,
listen,
man, actions are stronger than
But
words.
looking back, like I really appreciate that, right? Because if it was always good job, then it's enough. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm always pushing to do more, I have to better everything. Even if something is perfect to the visible eye, like it's
Yeah.
not, you know?
Yeah.
Could always do better until you stop, until you're dead. Like,
Of course.
keep grinding, keep working towards something. And that's something I learned. That's probably one of the most important things I learned from it.
Yeah. And was there any mistakes you made the first year that you're like, that were like pretty bad, or things you look back on and be like, oh, thank God I learned that year one and moved on from it now? Be anything really, like, you know, maybe it was hiring a certain staff or doing the menu a certain way or anything really that you look back on now.
I don't know. It's like, I think maybe giving too many people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I think, but honestly, Ernie, like not that much, man. Like I think I don't want to say like I ran it, you know, picture perfect, but there's always obstacles. You know what I mean? There's always people, you know. For example, you're talking about staff, like it was, you know, contemplate, should I hire this person? Should I hire this person? Like they're very qualified, but it's not my style.
True.
Like I have a certain style, the old Southern Calabrese style. You know, like this is the way I want things done. Yeah, but you know what? Fucking where I used to work.
Yeah.
We did it this way. Well, there's a reason why you're fucking over here. Get the, get the fuck
But
back.
I think
Like,
that
oh,
keeps your culture, like, which
Yeah,
you still have
100%.
today. Like if you walk in there, you still feel that kind of culture.
1,000%.
Which is like
you know what I mean?
half the aura in there. The food's one thing, and then it's like
Yeah,
how you feel when you're in
100%.
there.
But a lot of the staff that we've had, even like starting out in the early years, they all came in with no experience, little to no experience, right? But he was there all the time. Then I started becoming a presence there all the time, right? So they kind of learned from us. It's more family, right?
Of course.
Like I remember, for example, remember Ryan came in during a snowstorm, no
Yeah.
resume, nothing.
Yeah.
But you molded him the way you wanted things to be done, and people, I think the staff really appreciated that, right? It's not like you never see the boss and
No, 100%.
you know, he's demanding this. You're literally working. You know, you got the boss beside you washing dishes while
Yeah.
you're making pizzas. It's
well,
like
well, Crutarth.
Crutarth, same
Crutarth
thing.
is the guy that
after.
he came washing dishes. You started like that way
That's
too.
how I started
And now
too,
you do
yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah.
this guy makes pizzas, pastas, the whole spiel. Like
The ranking system.
ranking
You're talking about the
system.
pizzaiolo now. The guy
Yeah,
who does-
Crutarth, that
Crutarth,
guy,
yeah.
like that guy there, right? Yeah, he started washing dishes, and he just kept watching me, like, you know, like it's like, what's this guy doing? This guy's the owner, you know, blah blah.
Yeah.
Working, and then you know, he took a little interest, and I'm thinking, cool, let's hop over. And it was I think it was like 2-3 months where I was washing dishes every day, pretty much.
Wow.
And he was making pizza. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was Ty was at the pastas, and Kuta was making pizzas. I was just washing dishes. It was, and I love it. And now look at him now. Now he's like the head pizza guy.
Yeah.
He makes dough for the restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, the guy, he does unlimited hours. He loves our family. He loves our critique.
Very close with
He
my
loves
mom
his
now.
job.
He loves his job, and
You
most
could
people
tell.
loves his
You
job.
could
You know what I
tell.
mean? Like Fiorentino, same thing. Like, you know, they all have certain responsibilities.
Yeah.
And they all have the passion for it. And
okay, as a business owner now, working with staff, working with employees, how are you getting them to buy into the culture that you have?
I think Anthony should answer that.
How do, like, if someone new comes in and it's like, okay, like, we got to teach these people the Taverniti way now.
Yeah.
Like, what are some things that, because again, like, everyone has their own way of thinking, right? Hey, I worked here before,
Yeah.
and this is completely different. How do you do that in a way that's like, you know what, I actually believe in this person. Let's try with them. Let's try and see if we can get them.
Everyone we've had, like, they usually stay for a long time. We don't
Yep.
really turn over someone for like 2 months, come train,
Yep.
leave, right? So when you're coming into that environment, you're already around like people that have been there for so long, right? So think about like kind of like a shark pit. If you don't fit in, like you'll notice right away, right?
True.
What I think is cool too is like how close the staff are. You know, after their shift, they'll go out for a pizza, whatever, a drink, and it's very family oriented, right? A birthday's a big thing there. It's not like you go home and then you dread your work day,
True.
and you don't want to go in the next day. You see people you don't like every day. Like everyone's like family there, right?
Yeah.
So, also, I think what's very important is our presence there too, right? When they see us working every day, you have an appreciation for that, right?
That's so huge.
You don't
man.
want to work
Yep.
for a boss. You want to work for a leader, right?
Yep.
So when they see you grinding and busting your balls every day, they're not going to take advantage.
Of course.
Right? Whereas if you have a guy that's just dictating the show, do this, do that,
Yeah.
they're going to resent you and they're going to think, okay, well, you know.
Well, they're not going to want to. They're not going to want to do good things for you.
Yo,
like
there's
that's,
already-
at the end of the day, that's what it is.
It's like we're not the leader. We're whipping the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not the people in the carriage. We're the lead horses.
Yeah.
We're the ones in the front line.
True.
This is what we gotta fucking do. Either you're in or you're out. And you know what? They see that, they respect it, and they just it's easy. It's an easy thing for them to buy in because we lead by example. That's it. That's all. And like he said, like we the people that come, they leave because either they have to leave
Or they get like
a career, or they start their career.
There's a lot of people that actually put their career on hold just to stay
Oh,
an
yeah,
extra
for
like
sure.
year
Oh,
or two, which is
yeah.
cool. You know,
Of course.
it's like we obviously want you to do whatever's best for you, but
Yeah.
when you're with us, you're family, right? Like
Of course.
especially when my grandmother was still alive, we do big parties in the backyard and. We made it cool. Like when
Yeah.
we had all the different restaurants, we would like compete, do like a beer pong tournament. Like we got the Taverniti team versus the Taz versus the Rosina's team. It was
Yep.
cool.
We would shut down the restaurant
Just to do that.
just
yeah.
to do that, eh? Like
Yeah.
in my backyard. Like it's pretty
But
crazy.
you can tell when you're in there, like, the servers are walking by each other, they're having a laugh together. You can
Yeah,
tell, like,
yeah.
everyone's having fun.
Oh,
They,
for sure.
they leave best friends, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so let's talk about eventually the second location, which ends up being Rosina.
Rosina's, yeah.
Right? So I guess Rosina's was probably what,
17 or 18?
2017, 2018?
yeah, some around. That's when I
2018.
finished.
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
finished 2019.
You
so
finished-
you just opened that. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So basically what
So
happened?
what's the thought now? Because now, okay, you have a place running, it's doing good. You're probably successful at that point at a high level where you're like, okay.
Yeah, so it was at a point where we have to evolve. Like we have to. It's the next step.
Yeah.
Did I want to take that next step? Yes and no. No, because I don't want to lose that niche. I didn't want to lose that home style, little cubby hole.
Yeah.
And but it was to a point where, man, I think I got to make the next move. I think we have to explore. We have to let people know that, hey, this guy's.
What made you feel like you had to make, like, what are some things that were coming up that you're like, okay, now's the next? Was it 'cause you
just
were-
people saying, listen, why don't you come in this area here? Like
Okay.
we would love to have you here.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? We'll see. And then, pretty much, an agent came to me, a customer, and he said, "Hey, there's a place on King Street. I think you should check it out."
Which
And
was
I'm
a
like,
very different location than what
it
you're
was
used to,
totally
right? It's a whole different area.
It was totally different. So
Yeah.
that was one of my worries. Like it's a different area. It's not like Little Italy. It's not like this. So what do I do? You know what? So what I did was I just fucking drove by there with a motorcycle or my car parked. This is before, right?
Yeah.
I was checking out the place, and I was just noticing what's going on over here. Like it was a pretty shady area because it's between Tecumseh and Bathurst.
Yeah.
West side
So
of Bathurst,
so it was
It's on
the
the
west
other
side of Bathurst.
yeah.
So but we all knew what's going on the other side, but like I didn't give a fuck. I just know that what, shouldn't I? And I just noticed that just sitting on the boulevard there, like people coming out of their apartments, fucking going to McDonald's, going to Tim Hortons, fucking bringing back bags of. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Hold on a second. You look at the prices; they're like $16, $17 now for a Big Mac combo, whatever. I think like our boss is like fucking $18, $19. It's
true.
Like man, what about if we do that? What about if we come in here and just instead of this food, try this food?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what, fuck it, let's go. And I knew that he was coming out. He was on his last tail end of university.
Okay.
I think, you know what, I think I'm going to do it.
Because now you have
That's
him
when the
coming.
pressure was on more for me.
And then you're like, okay, well, he's going to be, let's open
well,
another spot.
whether he liked it or not, he's going to come on board. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I knew that he.
And then you're thinking Taverniti's is like pretty much running.
Oh man, Terry was running the.
Obviously,
first,
you still have to show your
Terry
face
was
and
running
be
the
there and
first
work.
2-3 years, yeah,
for
for
sure,
sure.
right? But then you're like, okay, now I'm going to have him coming to join me.
Yeah.
And now we got more firepower.
100%. And I knew that he was at the tail end of his university, and I didn't care about anything else. I'm thinking, okay, this guy's gonna come, and I'm gonna strap him in.
Did you tell him that?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah!
Okay,
and he's like, yeah, let's go, and we started running it,
Yeah.
and he got more involved, and I'm thinking, okay, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's a real deal.
And you named it after your mother.
My mom, Rosina,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's special.
And it was huge for her. She was the happiest. Like the
She'd
tears
tell
that she
everyone.
shed
Yeah.
were.
What was
out
that
of
like?
all
What
my
was that
life.
like when you told her or you showed her the place?
Well,
finally?
I drove by and she didn't know that I was opening a place, and then finally I go, you know what? I actually bought the place.
You showed her the sign.
Yeah,
for the first time,
no.
right?
This is after. So I said, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Everything worked out well. Everything, the structure was there, the plan was there, so we're gonna do it. So I didn't tell her till after we started renovating the place.
Yeah.
Right, close to it, and I walked her in. She had no clue what the hell was going on. So I walked in, and she looked, she goes, "What the fuck did you bring me here for?" There was drywalls, fucking moldy, this, that, like fucking dirt everywhere, like whatever. She's like, I go, Ma, I go, you know what, this is, we're going to open up another restaurant. She goes, "Pero el amor de Dios, no, man, look at this dirty." I go, "Don't worry, we're going to renovate it, relax, man." Like, she's like, no, because she thought if I'm going to go inside, just like Taverniti's kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going to go inside." No, what are you doing? You're crazy. And then, you know what, we flipped that place in 5-6 months.
Yep.
And I remember driving, and she kind of, like, not forgot about it, but she's like, it's always in the back of her head. And I remember the minute I put that sign up,
Yeah.
I drove by, and she was in the car, and I look, and she's like looking at me. I go, look over there. She goes, where? And I go, look up there, and she's seen the name, and it was like fucking over.
She's crying?
Oh yeah, she just snapped. She's like, "Oh my God." She goes, why? Like, she never want to be the person to say, you know what, it's me.
Yeah,
but
that's
in the
old
day,
school mentality,
but
of course.
it was
she's,
always her.
She's humble. She's humble.
She's the humblest person.
Yeah.
But it was always her.
Yeah.
So the least thing I could do was put her name on in front of a building.
Yeah.
Okay,
so now you have 2 locations at that time.
Yeah.
And now what are you learning about having 2 locations?
Then the third one's gonna be easy.
That's what you were
Butter.
thinking. You're like,
Butter.
okay, I smashed
Butter.
this, I smashed this.
Yeah,
And
butter.
and was there any challenges with it? Like, for me, the food was just as good.
Yeah.
It was all the same to me.
You know why? The food's good already because everything
made
was
in the same
manufactured,
spot,
produced at the same spot.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's not that we had different chefs.
Yes.
We had different cooks.
True.
But we never had a guy, okay, you do this here, you do that there. Because the minute you do that, this guy's putting less pepper.
Yeah.
That guy's putting more onion. You know what I say? So we want to keep everything. Consistency is key in business.
Of course.
OCC, organization, consistency, and cleanliness. You have those 3 attributes, you're grooving.
Yeah.
So we want that, just bring that over there.
Okay.
And we did. People were like saying, there's no way you could do it, there's no way you could do it. I defied all odds, like usual.
Yeah.
And I did it, you
Yeah.
know? So that's what really brought us to that next level. We're like, if we could do this, we could open up 4 or 5 more, easy.
Yeah.
Like easily.
Because you found a way to keep the quality of
100%.
the food.
100%.
Right? Which that's like probably the hardest part.
That's the hardest
for
part.
people when they're expanding into
Yeah.
in hospitality. Like, okay,
Hardest
well,
part.
how am I gonna? How about the team side? How are you building that side where you're like, okay, shit, now I need more people? No.
Well, Anthony, you want to go with this or?
we remember we had Taverniti's there, right? So
Yep.
we had a lot of people there that at first we moved over to Rosina's
Okay.
just to kind of like
Guide.
start off the place. And when we hired new people there, we had one of our best servers at Taverniti's go there, kind of guide them, mold them to the way we are. And
Okay.
then we're also cool because we would have people work at multiple locations, right?
Cool.
There was never one person working just at one location. It's like
Okay.
it's a whole family. We share you. Okay, this week you're over there. This week you're over here.
Yep.
And that kind of just keeps everything consistent. Because once you know the store and you know the way things work over there, it's going to be the same over here.
Like they respected us to a point where, you know what? No problem, Anthony. No problem, Dom. You know, do you
Yeah.
need you need help? You need a shift there? Yeah, we do. No problem. Let's go. Like we
Yeah.
could call someone that's for example, if one person's sick and they can't come to work. We had that relationship with our people, with our employees. That, hey, you know what? We need help. No problem. Don't drop everything on a dime to come help us out.
And the best was like what I believe is being competitive really takes you to the next level. And it was it's so good because how competitive each restaurant was with each other was the best.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Like,
so that was going on.
Oh, your
It was
sales this
crazy,
weekend.
man.
Yeah, we were busy. We were busier.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? So
And what did you guys notice about the 2 different areas now? Because now it's like, okay, you have a restaurant each place. What are you noticing about the areas, the difference, and is that something that you were worried about?
You know what? I personally, me, I was never worried about.
Rosina's was more like it's quiet neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Tavernese, you get all the tourists.
True.
So we had like Tavernese to this day, we have people coming for the first time. Like, and we've been open for a long time, right? Because it's on College.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer too, with all the tourists coming here, they Google literally they go there. Rosina's was, it's people from the area there that had to, try it out.
You know
and
what?
then
It was word of
more
mouth.
regulars.
Like in the beginning, you know what? It was like, okay, Rosina's an affiliate of Taverniti's. But when he did that next little hump,
That it could stay on its own.
because it was in an area where we weren't too familiar with. I never was. But you know what? We're like thinking something's got to give here. Like we got to do something. You know what I mean? And that's when we hooked up with you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys fucking took it that. Like right to the next
Well,
level.
even for us,
you
like,
guys
I
are
mean-
huge for us back then. You earned it. You know that, eh? Like it
Yeah,
was
appreciate
massive.
that.
And the people that you brought up was just like a stepping stone where, you know what, okay, if this guy here goes, if this guy here promotes it,
Yeah.
fuck, man, they have to be doing something right.
So for our audience watching, you're gonna give them some context. We started Neighborhood that same year, our agency.
With us.
And you were our first client.
Yeah, wow, that's right. Yeah.
You were first, and I want to tell a story too because that was when social media wasn't that.
It was. Yeah.
It wasn't that
Just
important.
And I
started.
hated it.
And you hated
And I
it,
hated
right?
it.
And
That's-
I'm like, hold on, okay.
Fuck.
If I can convince Dom, I'm like, I can convince anyone.
100%.
You know, and I remember walking into the restaurant, and we were already friends at that point.
Yeah.
Not as close as we are today. But you're like, come on, like, you're really telling me it's from the phone, and this is what I got to worry about? You know, old school Italian,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like, how am I gonna convince this guy? Like, I gotta find a way, right? So I'm like, Dom, just why don't you bring out some food?
Yeah.
You remember this?
I remember that, man.
We're at the
It was
corner table at the
it was
back.
table one, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, man.
And I'm like, bring some food out, whatever.
And you were sitting there.
And
I
I'm
remember-
sitting there and I start putting it on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dom, watch this.
It was crazy, man.
And I put it on Instagram. I was just posting videos of the pasta dishes and stuff, right? And people start to respond, yo, where's that? Hey,
Yeah.
where's that? And I showed him.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, let's try it out. But that was our you were our first client.
But it was just amazing how you did that. He literally did that with his phone, and he got messages. I'm like, what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on over
that's
here?
how it Yeah,
Like
started.
a legit,
That's
you
what it was
legit
all
got
about.
messages like
instantly.
instantly. I'm
Yeah, I
thinking like,
know.
holy shit, man. But I believed it.
For sure.
But then I'm thinking, let me see it. And all of
course.
a sudden, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, holy fuck, man.
And
this
and
fucking-
we really were happy to have you as a client at that point too, because you were our first client, and like we really wanted to give our all. Because even for us, we were just starting our agency, so even we were thinking like, yo, can we actually make a business out of this, right? Because again, social media wasn't what it was today. Now a restaurant opens, they're like, I need social media.
Yeah.
First thing they think about. But for us, and what I want to get into now is the food, because I was so confident
Selling a good product.
because of the food.
100%.
And I was like, I told you this many times. I'm like, once someone comes once, that's fine. We're good. They're gonna come back because the food was so good. Talk about the menu and the food side of it, and why you guys think you have had so much success. Because, you know, the way I explain it is like, you know, it's literally like you're going to Nonna's house. There's not many places like that in the city at all.
So like our menu, Ernie, is honestly is exactly what I grew up eating at home. Nothing extravagant, nothing like, you know, nothing pretentious.
Yeah.
It's spaghetti meatballs, it's lasagna,
Yeah.
it's carbonara.
But then you came up with
it's-
a few things,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
kind of Rosina
yeah.
calabrese, like,
Eventually
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, eventually that came out. But it was like typical in the beginning. It was like typical like 6-7 dishes.
Yeah.
Like what I grew up eating home. Then all of a sudden, like, you know what? Let me add this. Let me do the penne Rosina. Penne Rosina was a fucking hit.
Yeah.
I think it still is the
It,
most
yeah,
popular
it was
one.
crazy. You know, people try to imitate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, or duplicate it, but they, you know, they can never, you know. And I'm thinking like, man, I go, let's try this. Let's try the Induja. Let's
Yeah.
calabrese Induja with supersata with the rosé sauce. It just fucking flew. The penne calabrese flew. And then we had the fucking the calabrese pizza.
Yeah, the honey on
When-
the pizza.
okay, so I remember having this
Fuck,
conversation.
man,
So
this
pissed
thing-
about
I
it.
remember
was
having this
fucking- I was
conversation with
fucking
you.
stunned.
People won't believe this for
No,
sure.
man.
But
He's so pissed about it.
like I don't remember it being anywhere until you did it.
Fucking right,
you
man.
put the
Yeah,
honey.
man, the honey.
Remember-
Hey, pot honey. People call it Mike's honey, Ernesto's honey, fucking Dick's honey. But honey's fucking honey, man. I don't
You were the
that-
first person
yeah, man.
I knew
in
Put the honey on the
2011.
pizza.
In 2011 to put honey
Yeah,
on pizza. Now you see
100%.
it everywhere.
Yeah, Pizza Hut has it.
Bro,
Pizza
people-
Nova has it.
people
Like,
were laughing, too,
Yeah,
no?
in the beginning, exactly.
why would you put honey
in
on
the
a
beginning,
pizza?
you know, because we had the supersata, the Induja,
Yeah.
the black olives, whatever. Like, you know, typical Italian, you know, pizza, whatever. All of a sudden, you know what? Let me fucking smash some honey here. Who, you know,
What
who
made
knows,
you
whatever.
think of the honey, though?
You know what, Ernie? I don't fucking know. Just add like, you know, sweet
off
and
the
fucking.
shelf onto the
I don't
pizza.
know, but it just happened, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, man, like, you know, let me try it. People, I remember Tanya was serving it as a special. You want to try it? Oh, really? She was just to tell me, she goes, people think you're nuts.
Yeah.
I go, you know what, just try it. Just let it go. All of a sudden, like, one after another, then Lisa and Tanya were like, hey, man, like, fucking, I think you should put this on the menu.
Yeah.
Because it was flying. Everybody was getting it. Then it came to a point where, you know what? Man, this is a hit.
You said it to me. You're like, watching 6 months, everybody's gonna have.
Oh,
honey.
yeah. You remember that?
I remember.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
were on
People
the, we were on the
started
phone.
doing it. He was snapping.
Yeah, and then
Oh, and then you're calling me 6 months after that. You're like, bro, you see these guys start putting
Yeah.
like.
Oh,
So okay, so the menu was pretty much based on a lot of things you ate growing up. Obviously, your mom, that's a lot of stuff she made.
Yeah.
I don't even think the menu really changed much. Like he was saying, like you added a few things here and there.
We a few
You made it a bit
change-ups.
bigger.
We made it bigger. A few change ups here and there. but nothing drastic. It was maybe like 6-7 other pastas.
Yeah.
That we changed,
I
that
think
we made
so.
up pretty much.
Yeah.
And then my grandmother would always come in and do a random special,
Yeah.
and they slapped.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
she did,
Yeah.
like she'd stuff a pepper, and it just
Of
like
course.
2 hours
Yeah,
gone. You
of
know,
course.
Like, so that was the cool part too, starting out.
Of course.
she'd always be there doing like these specials. Coming to your table.
Yeah.
You're on a date with
You
your
want to try
girlfriend.
this?
I remember that.
But honey, I came for
Yeah.
the lasagna.
No,
Well,
no,
no,
you gotta
my
try
mother
this.
goes, no, you're not gonna have the lasagna. Anybody can lasagna. You're gonna have this.
Yeah.
And they try. They go.
And they try like,
nuts,
holy
and-
shit. You know what? And that was a huge.
But you kept that at Rosina too, which was
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm
100%.
saying, right?
You keep it at all locations. You have
and
to.
when you this is more again on the business side of it now. When you're building the menu and how are you deciding what things to take off, when to try something new? Like what are the things to look for
the
when you're doing
sales,
that?
right? Like you see
Yeah.
what's doing well, what's not. There's obviously certain things that do better in the summer
Yeah.
than not, right? So we try to flip our menu summer and winter.
Okay.
Right? We'll add a few things in the winter. We'll take it out in the summer.
Yeah.
And you just see what goes, right?
True.
We're always that kind of restaurant where it's like, okay, we'll try this for a few months. If it doesn't go well, then we'll take it out.
But honestly, typically we
Our menu's too
we,
big
we,
now.
we don't. It's too big.
Yeah.
But you know what? We could do it because we want to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
But like we typically we don't change much, man. Like we
No, it
don't,
hasn't.
like-
It hasn't changed. Like I
No.
said, we probably
Why
added
change
a
what's
few-
not broke, right?
But you're probably just adding a few pastas here. Okay, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see
I
how
wanna
people
take it
react.
out.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
do well,
And then the thing is, okay, we'll try as a special. All of a sudden, people are buying it. We're like, fuck, do we take it out? Or do
Yeah.
we add it in? Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it comes to a point where we have to literally ask our cook, say, listen, what do you think about this? Yeah, but nah, it's just too much. It's just too much time. Whatever. I'm like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we try to throw specials out there as much as we can, but typically we never really change our menu, man. Like, you know,
I
like
think
it's
we
always
have a good variety.
It's a standard, yeah.
Like I don't think anything else should be added or taken out for the time being. I think we should just stick with the specials now here and there when we want to add a couple things. But I think we're at that point where we have everything you need, right? Like,
Yeah.
What else can you add?
I can't.
Otherwise,
believe
it just becomes like
I've
a
had
mess.
everything on the menu.
You
by the
tell
way.
me something or
page,
that you feel that we need to have.
No, I don't.
exactly.
I don't really think so.
Yeah, so it's something like that, right? So
I love everything on the.
Yeah.
I think I've had everything once at least.
pretty much.
You know, there's some things that 100 times. But
But you eat, man. Holy fuck.
Of
Like,
course, you got to eat, bro. Come on. Because there is also like pros and cons having a big menu, right? Then you need more ingredients. Maybe you need hold more of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you're at the point now where you know exactly what's working, what's not
well,
working.
you know what? We thanks to him.
Yeah.
Like he realized he did a formula to keep our food costs down. Like we're surviving. A lot of restaurants, like you know,
It's tough
it's-
right
it's,
now.
It's
Very
unfortunate.
tough,
It's very unfortunate.
There was that
really.
piece of news that went out. Like
Yeah,
within the
it's-
next 12 months, there's going to be
Yeah,
3,000
yeah.
restaurants that
yeah,
close
but,
or
yeah,
something.
but this has been going on.
I know,
before
I
that
know.
too. But like it's a very unfortunate because you know today's society with the taxes and with food costs going up, whatever, it sucks. It really does suck. But you know he came up with a formula, and you know we came up with something like you know what? First of all, our food costs are low because we make pretty much 70% of our stuff in house. So that's why we're surviving. The only thing that we don't make, the only thing that we don't buy is something that we can't make.
Okay.
Or no.
The only thing you buy
Yeah.
is something you can't
Yeah,
make.
yeah, exactly.
So tell us what you're making in-house right now.
Oh, we're making all the everything, the lasagna,
Sauce, the dough,
the
the lasagna,
the,
rice
you know, the
balls,
arancini,
meatballs.
fucking the whole spiel. Some pastas,
Chicken veal.
you know, like yeah.
Wow.
You know, the
and you're
veal-
saying that keeps costs down,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, huge.
But why wouldn't other restaurants want to do it? It's just more work?
I think that the
Maybe because they never got taught
they
the
never got
recipes,
taught
so they just,
exactly.
They try to.
They never. That's back to what I was saying. They didn't have the passion.
Yeah.
Like you know, they just
a
open up a
restaurant
restaurant
to
because I want to
order.
open. I want to be the guy.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be the
It's an
person.
ego
to open up-
thing.
It's an ego thing. Sometimes it works. You know,
sure.
sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. You know, but we have a passion for it. So you know, we look forward every day to for some new recipes or what about if we do this with that and that with this. You know.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the main reason. You know, I guess we're surviving.
Well, you could
and-
taste it too that it's made in
Yeah.
house. Which
Oh.
it makes a huge difference. You
But
know?
another thing is too, we don't place like large orders with companies, and like I respect the people that do, but we go out of our way to go purchase things like at suppliers that are cheaper.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. Well, I'll call you when I'm bringing the cheese to.
Yeah.
Like it's super hands-on stuff.
Like every month,
100%.
I'll look at almost everywhere I could get this specific type of flour and for what price. Did it change? Did it go up? These are little things that
Yeah.
like
And
in
he
the long run, it really adds up.
And he
Like,
treks a lot. Like
I
every,
trek a lot, like,
every
I'm
day,
sick with
every
that.
day
It's
he's
good.
out there and he loves it. The thing sometimes it even bothers me. I'll be like, "Fuck, Anthony, man, we'll just buy 5 cases of the 3."
I'll get
So-
pissed
and
at
I'm
that
like, what the
extra,
fuck?
like $2
Like,
on oil. I'll snap.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So what are some things that you feel that you brought to Taverniti's now?
Well, okay, like I said before, he did things in a very old school way, which
Yeah.
worked a lot in the beginning, right? But then when I came in, I was at that age where I was still young enough to realize, okay, there could be changes, but healthy changes. You know what I mean? Things that are different now than when he was, doing his thing. So, for example, like I go to different suppliers and I do this, whereas
He basically took my the corporation, the business to the next level.
Okay.
I did it a certain way where, it was more of a, grind, or this, that. He simplified everything.
like payroll, for
That's what he
example,
did.
they used to come with the chits and
Yeah.
and then
Like-
so
like
you
he-
change
he-
that.
he-
It's
So you
newer
kind of
now.
modernized a bunch
Yeah,
of the aspects.
I mean, big time.
Yeah.
The big
big
thing
time.
too was the recipes too, right? So my grandmother obviously taught him how to do everything, and then I learned from my grandmother and him, right? So then I realized, okay, we can't keep up now,
Yeah.
right? These guys are making sauce for maybe a day.
Yeah.
How do we make it for like 2-3 days so it's easier? So we're not making sauce every day, right? So then I would experiment with the recipes, the same recipes, on how to do it on a higher scale,
Okay.
right? And that goes with everything,
Yeah.
right? And then slowly things get a little more systematic.
You know what it is, Ernie?
So he's more organized.
Yeah,
He's an
pretty
organized
much.
guy.
Yeah, but like, he perfected that kind of thing,
Okay.
Like, for example, I taught him how to do the dough. Now the guy does it better than me.
Yeah.
I taught the guy to do the sauce, or what? Now he does it better than me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I go to Vegas, I finished like 5th place. This
Yeah.
guy fucking finished second.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of bothers me a bit. but still, you got to be proud of that kind of stuff, right? So that's what he did to, that's what he brought to the company.
Yeah.
And now we're at that level, like my daughter, for example.
Yeah,
like
'cause she's involved now.
She's involved
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But where are you? Like, what do you want to do? Like, come on board. Like, fucking, you have it. You
Yeah.
know. But you know what? I'm hoping she does. I hope she changes her mind. But who knows? She's still on the bubble. Should I? Shouldn't I? But you know what? Let her do it.
But she's younger as well too.
But she
right?
works so hard.
She
like
works
she's
very hard.
Yeah,
she works in the front, right? So she's there, like the eyes when we're not there.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of
Yeah.
thing. And people look up to her there too, which
Oh,
is great.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Like her in the front, she really impressed me big time. The last couple of years,
Yeah.
she really stepped up a notch.
Like, see, that's another thing where you have the owner or the owner's daughter or the owner's son there, like
There's
at all
presence.
times. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
always
There's
presence. and
presence
people
there.
respect
100%.
that, right? So
And I think there's this quote. It's like your dad's the only man who actually wants you to succeed more than him.
yeah,
For
yeah, that's
sure.
true.
Right? You agree with that?
1,000%.
Right?
I did my thing. Like, you know what? I'm pretty much. Would you say semi-retired, Anthony? I
Oh,
don't
buddy,
know.
you're retired, bro.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Tell
You know
everyone
what I
where
mean?
you're
Like,
going this weekend. You're going to Florida to relax.
Yeah.
No,
But
but
I am
no.
like,
I'll attest that you still put in work, and you're
he does,
semi-retired, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think the semi part comes because you still want to be involved.
For sure, but my work right now, Ernie, is coming to him every morning. Okay, what's up?
Yeah, you
like,
know,
what,
like
what are
a-
you doing? Okay,
Yeah.
Papa, I got it. Yeah, but tell me how you got it. You
Yeah.
know, blah
It's
blah
also a
whatever.
big learning curve for me too, right? Because I was always this, I got to do better, and then I realized this is my father. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, slow down.
He already
like, we're a
impressed me
team
enough.
kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But I had that in my mind. I got to do better than you. Like, you were doing it this way. I'm gonna do it this way, right? But
Do
now
you feel that kind of pressure that you have to
I
level it up?
did, like a lot, right? Like I need to do better than this guy. I need him to see that, like, look what I'm doing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But then once you get older, like I'm still young, obviously, but I hit that age where it's like, okay, you know what? It's my father. We're a team. There's no competitiveness. We still have that, like here and there.
But
like,
that's a
if
healthy
we play like
balance of
ping
it.
pong or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
we're
more
crazy.
ping pong, hockey, shit like that.
But with the restaurants, we're more of a team now, right? And the hardest thing was understanding that there's no competition between us.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can we better each other? So at first I was like kind of hogging everything from him and giving him nothing to do to show, look at you, like I could do this on my own.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I kept telling him,
But
don't-
then I realized like he has a massive presence still, even if he's not doing as much, he's still a massive presence, which is something I can't really duplicate right now, right?
For sure.
But we work together very well now. Actually, we have been for
Yeah, we have
forever,
been.
right?
Yeah, legit. Like he put me on.
I think there's more. I think there's a trusting that was built.
The trust
like
is
the more
always-
that you're working together.
Yeah, but you know what, Ernie? The trust is always there.
Yeah,
For
trust
sure.
is
It was
for
always.
sure.
It was just a matter of like, you know what? Okay, how far can you go?
Yeah, without me.
Without me, like, you know what I mean?
Being there
but
for
but
you.
it came to a point where now is that like I told you before, he's trekking every day. He's doing this only because he wants to do it. He could be easy a lazy fuck his ass. Fuck it, we'll do that next week or in a couple of days.
Well, yeah.
But I said to him, I'm going, Anthony, you got to keep me involved. Like I want to do some more stuff. He goes, okay. He goes, go to the store and buy this. And then meanwhile, the next day he buys the fucking same thing over again. Like what? Like what are you doing, man? Like
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about because you eventually sell Rosina,
Yeah.
right? That's after.
Well, after Rosina's, we opened up.
No,
I-
we had
at one
Rosina's
point we had
and
4.
Tavs, Yeah.
Because you had the OG,
OG, then Rosina's,
Rosina's,
then
Rosina's,
Tavs.
then Tavs.
Then
Yeah.
North, and then sold Rosina's.
Yeah, then Northern Soul.
So you had 4 at one time.
Yeah, man.
that was-
I,
that was
we
nuts.
early.
I thought you had. Okay, no, I didn't know you had
No,
the 4
we had,
We
going.
had all
we had 4
and
running
then
at
we
this
sold Rosina's,
for
yeah.
about a year and a half, 2 years. We had 4 running at the same time. Like we started. Picture this: like we started from 3 employees to like 36.
Yeah, that was wild.
Like no one
Before
knew
was
that.
Crazy.
Like no one knew that. Like no one fucking knew that. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy. But we just rolled it like it was another day. We rolled it like one
Yeah,
restaurant.
at that point you're on the brink of like, okay, we need to get a place to prep everything and maybe a truck to drive it. But
Oh,
it was
yeah.
still hands on. It was still like going, purchasing this, having 4 lists, going to check them all. Okay, what do we need? Let's get all this today. Boom. So like,
Like we could have
2.5 years was
we could have
brutal,
made
yeah.
it a lot easier for us. He's right. We could have made it a lot easier for us. But we did it because we wanted that old school fucking ways
Yeah.
of doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
We could have easily maybe got a place, a production
sure.
warehouse
it's hard
or
to
whatever.
keep an eye on so many people.
But
too,
yeah,
right?
like you know, we didn't want to lose the authenticity.
So at 4 locations, you guys are thinking, okay, if we keep pushing 4,
I need
we
to have
might
2
lose.
sons.
We might lose that quality side.
No, I might have to get another son.
Maybe a,
Or you could have a kid fast. Or
another
one of
kid,
those.
yeah, you
yeah.
adopt one at 10 years old, so
Yeah.
you're already a step out of the game.
So okay, so then you had 4 at once. How long did you have the 4 going at once?
2.5
2 years, 2.5 years. something like that.
Holy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
And
was
then-
challenging for sure.
Yeah.
It was. It
Right?
was. It was more the fact that he was, 3:00 comes. You know what? Okay, he's got to take care of. He's got to go to Rosina, drop stuff off. He's got to go north. He's got to go to college back. And then at 7:00, 6:30, 7:00, Rosina's running out of dough. What happens? Auntie has to go down to college, fucking pick up a tray of dough.
So you guys are just driving all
We were
day.
driving. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
no, this is when I actually, primed it out because that's when I was working in the kitchen too. Because I worked in the kitchen for a number of years, right?
Okay.
But I would wake up in the morning, do the preparations, do this and that. We'd go out, buy stuff, do our thing, and then I'd go work, right? So this is like my version of the way he grinded back in the day. Like, completely different, obviously, but
True.
this is when I was putting the crazy time in, right? Like waking up early,
Yeah.
doing all this, and then being at the restaurant, working my way up from dishwasher to pizza to pasta to everything, right?
Yeah.
If a server's sick, I got to serve. I suck at serving.
Damn.
But, you got to do it. You got to fill a position, right?
Yeah.
So those 2.5 years were crazy.
So what makes you guys decide that we gotta take it down a notch
Well,
from 4?
Well, Rosina's, we caught.
It was like perfect timing.
We caught a whiff of what's going on in that area.
Okay.
Like I don't know I don't get involved. I don't care. I don't ask. But we personally thought that, hey man, something's changing. Like
Yeah.
no one's going out after the after COVID.
Yeah.
Rosina's never really picked up.
Well, King Street changed completely after.
Did it? I don't know.
No,
Did
no,
it?
it
Okay.
changed
So
completely.
it did. So basically, we're like at a point where what, man, we're doing like X amount of dollars, and when you're used to making X amount of dollars, and now you're making
yeah,
F amount of dollars.
yeah,
But you're still paying the bills. You're still paying. But you know what, man?
Not worth
it's
all
not
the
worth. It's
work.
not worth all the work.
True.
To make a living.
Yep.
And some. But at the end of the day, it's like we knew something was trending. It was trending the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I
And
think
that's
King
when we
was
said.
as a whole.
And that's when we said, you know what, man? It's
Well, King changed.
King changed a lot.
yeah, it did, right? I don't know.
COVID, I think it put a huge dent on that.
But
on us.
I think we made the best move
yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
Like out of the 13 years of business, that was probably, if you ask me what's your best move, that's probably the best move. It hurt a bit
I
because
think getting north was probably the best.
yeah,
move.
yeah, getting north.
Selling
was
Rosina's
fucking-
probably
yeah,
second.
Yeah, north was.
But Rosina's was like the perfect time, right? It's like
Yeah.
selling that stock before it drops.
no,
Kind
that's what I was. It was all timing.
Very
with that.
well said.
Yeah.
It was all. It
It's,
was all timing that one.
That
Oh,
area
yeah.
used to be all family, but then you notice it changes, right? Now, like on King, you notice they opened like a bunch of big places. King
For sure.
Taps. I don't know if the Keg's there now.
There's
Joey's is
all the
there.
big- all the
But it's
big
like,
box.
yeah. Well, how do you have Rosina's and then you have all these big stars over there? Like people want to go there for happy hour. We don't.
Yeah.
We're family, right?
Yeah.
We're small.
Yeah.
And I think it's like it's. I think a lot of owners would feel emotionally attached and
I
try to
was.
keep it going.
I
like
was.
like there's the ego side too, where it's like
he was a lot more than me. I was more the business wise.
Which
We're
is
thinking,
smart,
you know what,
yeah.
man, this is not gonna fuck. Let's give it a shot. I go, you know what, I have to listen. I go, I'll do it because if you want to do it, but it's trending towards the wrong direction. I'm telling you right now. And he's like, okay, let's give it a shot. But then after you realize, hey, man, you know what, It's not happening, man.
It's tough not to get attached to
Yeah.
it.
That's
though.
something I like. I'm learning from him, or I'm
Yeah.
trying. I never had that, but he has that mentality where it sucks, but this is the right move. You know what I mean? Me, I understand it's the right move, but I like to play with my emotion a little more, and I shouldn't.
Yeah,
like
for
I won't
sure.
even throw out a shirt that's a size small that won't fit me anymore because like I had this attachment
For
to it.
sure.
I used to wear it all the time.
I think in business it's you can't make business decisions based
Yeah,
on
you
emotion. You know,
cannot.
like,
Never,
I think you're
never.
really good at that,
He's
right? Where it's like,
amazing
okay,
at that,
listen,
yeah.
if this not working,
100%,
change it. Or if this not
100%.
working, leave here, or let's start there, right? So, did Rosina pass yet?
Rosina, no,
North.
Rosina passed after.
we
No,
before
before
we
we sold. Rosina
Before.
yeah.
And
No, what am I talking about? Rosina passed after, before, yeah.
Yeah.
Way before. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what was that moment like? I want to talk about that for a bit.
When she
because-
passed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? It was a mixed emotion. One, it killed me, man. Like, you know, part of my life just fucking died pretty much, and because she was everything to me, right? She taught me everything from from birth,
Yeah.
to now. So it did take, it affected me a lot, but I did not want to. I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want her to say, you know what, okay, give up. Oh, my mom passed away, so I want to carry her legacy.
Yeah.
I want to say, you know what, fuck it, it happens. Everyone dies. You know what I mean? You're born, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like I didn't want to disappoint her because she's watching down on us and she's so proud of us, guaranteed for sure, especially him and my daughter. But that's a next stage when we thought that, hey man, this is what's gonna take us or make her that much proud. We opened up a restaurant in our neighborhood. And you know what that fucking meant to us? She's walking every day to buy bread. Yeah. She's going to the corner store to buy milk. And it's just sad she passed a few months.
She couldn't see that. She would have loved
It's just
that.
sad that she didn't see it, but that meant a lot to us. That's when, things got so much easier. Now, you know what? My son, his granddaughter, opened up a place on Dover Cornell.
Yeah.
These guys, we lived there. So you know what? That was the turning point where, you know what? That's it. You know what?
Yeah.
It's over. We never forgot, but it's over. Now we can continue doing what she taught us to do.
Because people could take a bad turn and be like, oh, like
Easy.
Now a big motivator of mine is gone. What
Yeah.
am I doing all this for? Obviously, you have your kids.
Yeah.
Right, but it sounds like it even motivated you guys even more.
Yeah.
Right, to make her proud and continue the legacy.
For sure.
What's something that
She taught me everything.
like
man.
what's one thing that you can really say like, hey, this is from Rosina,
the sauce?
which you're gonna carry on forever.
Listen, she was such a sweetheart, and she was such a staple to college because people loved seeing her there on her milk crate, cooking and doing this and doing that, and we had such a close relationship because we lived together, right?
Yeah.
Till she passed away, and I would always go to the restaurant in the morning with her because at a point we had to stop letting her drive, right?
Yeah.
And then we would drive home together, and then she could cook at home. So it was like such a special routine for me, right?
Yeah.
But one funny story I can tell you is when she was teaching me the sauce, she always used to hide something. I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know why, right? So it got to the point where even we couldn't replicate the way she made the sauce perfectly. Like, it was always when she made
She would Jordan sauce, the salt. You know the salt? You know when Jordan fucking does the alley loop?
Yeah.
She'd turn his back, she'd fucking draw.
Yeah. We turn around and she
Jordan
do
the
something.
salt is
Yeah,
crazy.
So we're convinced that like she had this secret that she was telling us everything except for that one little thing. We don't know because when
Yeah.
she made it was amazing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe love it. It's true when you put love into your
We
food.
still can't perfect it.
Still
Really,
can't, yeah.
eh?
So
The way
we'd go to
she made
we'd
it.
go to the office and watch the camera and see what she'd do. If she'd add anything to the pot and stuff. So
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I was so interested in learning from her and him, obviously, but we both learned from her. But
She would teach a dishwasher how to wash a proper
yeah,
dish.
it was crazy. Like she would be
You don't
so she
wash
was
it
so
this way.
clean too. She taught me how to be very clean. That's
Yeah.
one thing I gotta say.
Yeah.
To be clean. Like she would when we'd buy the chicken before we bread it and all that, she would wash it like 40,000
Oh, yeah.
times. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, man. It's crazy stuff.
And like as soon as you get to she would come, people would be in the kitchen already. Did you wash your hands?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see you
Steady.
wash your hands. Like she was very clean.
What's your favorite memory of Rosina?
Oh man, you know what? Okay, I'll tell you. So we were a few of my friends. We were sitting. It was summer, beautiful summer there, July. I remember just before her birthday. We're sitting on the patio, and me and a couple of guys were getting licked. We're drinking, whatever, blah blah, and it was like I don't know 6, 7 o'clock, and I go, Ma, it's time for you to go home. Like you can't stay here. No, I want to stay. I go, Ma, man, you've been here since like 8 o'clock in the morning. We're like, oh, you don't want me here anymore. You know, I go, no, it's not that I want you anymore, man. You just got to go. Like, come on, man. Meanwhile, I'm getting smashed and blah, blah. And I don't want to. She goes, okay, fine. See you later. She gets in her car. She fucking pulls a U on College Street. She fucking nicks a T. You know the TDC, the T. Man, she just fucking cut the guy right off.
Yeah, her driving was
Ding.
crazy.
Everyone's in the party. It was a beautiful day. They were like laughing, like, what is this? The crazy lady just like making a U-turn. Sticks on her finger, like, gives the body. It was
I thought you were
crazy.
gonna say the story when her friend from the gym came.
Oh, man.
She used to go to the YMCA every day.
Check this
right?
out. So I was working at the back. This is in the beginning, 3-4 years into the business, and she was working at the back, and we were both back there, right? This is before we opened, around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So we were prepping. Two fucking juice fucking
Like massive
two
guys.
big bastards come in there. Like fucking 320-pound jack. I think like, what the fuck, man? I go,
Who do I
said,
owe?
Who do I know? I never owed, but I'm thinking like maybe something, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong, whatever, blah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I never do anything wrong. Like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
These guys walk in, they come right to the fucking little square window there.
Yeah.
Hey, look, is Rosina here? I'm like, what? I go, what? He goes, yeah, it's Rosina here. I heard that she owns this place. I'm like, what the? I look to my mother. I go, Ma. She goes, hey!
It's her friends from the
It's
gym.
her friends from the gym at the YMCA. I'm like, holy fuck. Here I am thinking I'm going to get a beating.
Oh, my
Whatever.
God.
Oh, yeah.
She literally made friends with everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Like, everyone loved her,
She was
man.
like
It's
that.
crazy.
She was like an aura, right?
Yeah.
But her driving was something else, man.
But her
Our
driving-
neighbor's car was black, and her car was red, and then my neighbor's car ended up being all red on the side. I didn't
sure.
touch it.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh,
me.
But she was driving till what age?
91, I think.
80,
90.
no, 89. She died at 89. And that's, you know what, the minute they took her license away because that guy disappeared,
such a
I was like,
blessing
for
I was
us.
paying this guy. The minute this guy disappeared,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like, you know what, Ma, hey, but I passed last year.
Yeah, she was snapping.
She was
Yeah.
snapping.
How did I
Like,
not
what are you
pass
going to
this
do,
test?
you know?
Yeah.
But man, yeah, she would put a lot of boners in that car, man. Holy shit.
Is your plan to keep expanding at all?
I don't know, Anthony. What do you think, man? Like it's like we could expand easy, but it's find the right.
Yeah. Right now it's tough.
you know,
right?
What do you guys think about the
We got the tools,
Yeah.
but you know what we're missing? The heavy toolbox.
I think the next step is like a smaller, because we're restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Like you got 20 tables, right? I think the next step for us that's easier and easier to control is something smaller, more of a takeout, couple tables here and there, right?
Yeah.
Because our food will sell, right?
For
And
sure.
I think near a heavy traffic area, near a school, near a subway station, I
Yep.
think that could be the next level for us because we could pop them out like bunnies, right?
For sure.
We're always prepared. Like from what I know is, or from what I've been taught, when preparation meets opportunity, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be. We're always prepared. Like there's not a point where you know what, Anthony, Dom, there's this situation, this little place over here. What do you think? Fuck, man, we're capped out. Like we're not ready. We're always ready.
Like if a deal comes, we'll hop on it.
yeah,
Like, we're
easy,
ready.
easy.
But you don't want to rush that either, right? Like
course.
we understand a lot of places are selling, but they also want a lot of money,
For sure.
cover their losses and stuff like that. So it's difficult, right?
Yeah. What do you guys think about Italian food in general in Toronto?
I don't want to be rude, but I don't eat other.
No, you don't have to name
Italian
places.
food.
I-
No. I genuinely don't eat other Italian food. I think all Italians are like that,
Yeah.
right? They're loyal to their nonna and
For
whoever
sure,
made
for sure.
their food growing up.
When you
but-
eat, when we're used to eating her food,
Yeah.
an 89, 90, 91, 78, 85, however old she was, when you're used to eating that type of food, and then, you go to an Italian restaurant, it could be great.
Yeah.
But you know what? To us, it's never the same. So
Yeah.
we can't be critical. Like, we can't be the people like, you know
'Cause
what?
it's good,
I guarantee
but-
it's good, 100%. But
Not
to
our
our
taste
eyes,
buds, right?
you know,
Different taste buds.
yeah, different. Like he went to Italy.
I swear,
Show
yeah.
him tell him that story with Italy, you and Venezia.
Yeah.
She would cook the same fucking food
Oh
for them
my
every
God.
day.
Yeah.
She would like every single day for a month. We'd have the same pasta, and it never got old. It was so good.
yeah,
For
it's-
sure.
but
yeah, but
I-
none of this type of food you can eat
Yeah.
that every day.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think I've had pasta at 2 restaurants other than our own.
Wow.
One was in Vegas. It was what was that place? Italy.
Italy and Vegas.
And then I had one more. I can't remember
Yeah, but
when. I
Italy
think
got
at
super
wedding.
commercialized now. It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
it's a chain Italy.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking
But those are
about.
the 2 times I've ever had pasta, and I remember.
Yeah.
Like I never have pasta outside. Pizza, I'm a whore.
Yeah.
I'll eat Domino's. I'll eat this. I'll eat
Okay,
that. Good
okay.
pizza, authentic pizza. Shit
Pizza's
pizza.
different, yeah, because
Yeah.
pizza could be
Pizza,
different all
I'll
around.
eat all day, right? And there's a lot of great pizza places in Toronto.
Yeah.
I like how it's all different. right? You can whatever you're in the mood for.
Yeah.
If you want that junk pizza, you got the junk side. If you want the authentic, you got the authentic, right?
Yeah.
Pizza's pretty generic.
And
man.
there,
You
but
know,
I
it's-
just like
Well, a lot of people say we have
Pizza's
some of the
awesome.
best Italian food in like in Toronto. I'm saying in North America,
Yeah.
let's say compared to other cities.
Yeah.
You know, New York thinks they have the best, obviously,
Yeah,
when
but
it comes
they
to
can
pizza.
think what they
New
want,
York
right?
is great too.
Well, whatever. But you know what? There's good Italian food everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Australia.
True,
you
there's a
know,
lot of Italians
South
there.
America, like, you know, Argentina, whatever. Like, Italian food is so worldwide.
Yeah.
You know what? There's always like, you know, there's always a little good.
It's got to be the best cuisine out there,
Huh?
no? It's got to be the
Oh, it's
best
the
cuisine.
best, yeah.
Italian.
We were just
Yeah,
having this
100%.
conversation.
Yeah, easy. You had it on your podcast, I think. Who's the best? What best
Yeah,
Italian?
we talk about all, but
It is-
it's
it
number
is the-
one. I think it's number one by a long
Yeah,
shot.
by
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
There's other food. I like Mexican food.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Greeks will say they're number one. I don't know how, but they'll say they're number one. It's
Number
you know,
one
for
oil.
me, it's
that's
just
it.
it's not.
I'll give the
Yeah,
Greeks
it's
It's
the
olive
not,
oil.
it's not enough variety for me. Maybe I just don't know enough about it, but I would say Italian. Like, there's a reason why every corner is an Italian
Everyone
pizzeria.
knows Italian food.
Because
Italian,
even- yeah.
everyone knows Italian food. You know.
Yeah.
They know what Italian food is.
What's your second favorite after Italian?
Ah, man, I do like Greek.
Okay.
I do like Greek, but you know what, I like Mexican food too, man.
Oh, it's the best.
Like, I
That's
do,
good.
you know,
It's for
Especially
me.
in
It's second.
Florida.
It's not a close second, but it's second.
No, it's there. Greek is good. I like Greek. Greek, Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't even know
is,
if I can
is,
answer
is
that.
good.
Second best.
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
There's,
You're in the
there's
business,
like, you know,
right?
Asian fusion. There's
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say
I
like,
don't
I'm a
like- fuck
pho
that,
guy.
man.
I'm not a ramen guy. I'm a
Okay,
pho
you're a
guy.
pho
But pho,
guy?
you can't like. It was like I don't
chance.
you can't even compare it. No,
know.
you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
You can't.
it's like pasta and soup.
Full.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck is full.
What have you
It's
learned
the- it's
about?
the
What have
soupy
you
pasta.
learned about competition in business?
Great.
Competition is great, man. You know, that's another one of the things that really
Pushed us.
That really push us as well. But we're appreciative of everyone. Like, competition's so good, Ernie, and you got to support competition. Like on College Street, over the 13, 14-year tenure I was there, I seen about 15, 20 restaurants open and close.
Yep.
You want to see them open.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to see anyone fail.
You want the
You know how
area
many
to do
times
well.
we helped? Ask kid, we helped so many countless of Italian restaurants.
Wow.
They need this dough, this, that. Like, you know, we're supportive of everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it just sucks sometimes they don't. But to be jealous and have animosity with other restaurants, it's the worst character you can ever have. Competition's great.
Have you heard of the
I
vending
wish
machine story? Like how instead of putting one vending machine and putting Coke and Pepsi, they put two.
Yeah.
And then instead of thinking, do I want a Pepsi? It's like, which machine should I buy from, kind of
Yep,
thing.
yep.
So that's what you want for your area, right? We want literally to be that area where it's like, let's go and walk and see what we can find.
sure.
You know, everyone's busy, not just that one place that's busy or just a dead area in general, right? Like that's
Of course.
And we had
you
a
would
lot
say
of
it's
people
pushed
come
you
up.
guys. It's helped you guys. Having
Yeah, we had a lot of
Sure.
people come up. Oh, what are you gonna do? These people are opening. It's like, dude,
Who
what
cares,
are you, like,
man?
what's your problem?
Yeah.
Like, it's good for us. It's good for everyone. Like, we
course.
want that friendly competition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think more people have to look at it that way.
They should,
They have
but
to.
I notice
They
a
have
lot
to.
of people don't.
And
you
if they
know?
don't, it's no good. It's NG for them.
I think again, go back to the ego. It's an ego thing, right? Where it's like I just
sure.
want to be the best. I don't want anyone. But then again, like if you're the only place open in Little Italy, who's going to go to Little Italy though? At the end of the day,
100%.
right? Then you're missing out on new people seeing you guys.
100%.
Is there anything at this point, business or even personal, that you regret in your life?
Personal was not spending as much time with my kids.
Yeah, but it's
Dur-
necessary. Like, it's not-
during the restaurant, because I need to build that restaurant to make their lives a lot easier or give them something. Like he could not right now, the restaurants he could take it to the next level. He could do whatever he wants because he's got the name. You know what they say? You have the name, you can play the game.
Yeah.
And that's what personal, business wise. Man, I don't know already. I think I made a couple of boner moves with I don't know, buying a car maybe. Like, it's like nothing.
Spending stupid money, like-
but spending money is good.
I
You know,
love
but
spending money.
Yeah, you can spend money, but as long as you know you can make it back, you can spend all the money you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So, but business wise, I don't know. I don't think maybe going to partners.
Buying
with,
I know the answer. Buying that dough machine. He bought a
Holy
dough machine
fuck.
that he thought would roll the balls for you. And it was
Wow.
the biggest waste
Yeah,
of
okay,
money.
that was the biggest fucking waste of money.
that it's small, but
Well, whatever. But you said that. Yeah, it's good. Papa for
no, I told
yeah,
you
it's
it
good. We
wasn't.
can fucking
Croutard,
make
you
money.
and Croutard, We're like, this rolls 500 dough balls a minute, right? I'm like, guys, it doesn't.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
fucking-
way.
Yeah, they did 3.
And then they opened it. I remember they opened it up. I'm like, okay, do your thing. They spent money on this machine. And then
machine.
they opened it up, and I'm watching through the corner. I'm like, these guys
No,
watch.
like we make the
They're
dough.
trying to figure out how
Yeah.
this dough machine makes balls, but what did it do? It just like
It just
rolled-
flanned it.
flanned
It did fucking.
And that's not how we make our pizza either. We don't flatten it, right? We want the thick crust,
Oh
the
my
thicker,
God.
bubbly crust.
Was there a moment that really changed your career
Like in regards to.
in regards to the restaurants? Was there?
You know what? I'll tell you what it was. So when I opened up Taverniti's, we were doing well in the beginning. Like the minute we changed the slices to sit down more menu,
Yeah.
I knew I had something going.
Okay.
Something's gonna happen.
That's when the light bulb
But
switched.
yeah, but I don't know what. Okay, so I'm thinking like, you know what? So one day I had my daughter on a weekend,
Yeah.
and we were flipping channels, and I watched Lady and the Tramp. And I'm thinking like, fuck, hold on a second, man. Fucking check out tablecloths. And I did a double take. I'm like, what the fuck? So the next, I had a fucking heart. Like I was thinking in my head, like, the next day, I woke up, I cruised the street 5 times to see anything. It's Little Italy.
Yeah.
I think like, what's going on over here? Like, I gotta do something. So the minute I remember, I told my mother. My mother goes, yeah. She goes, let's go to Grace Textile.
Of course.
Went to St. Clair. She fuck about 1,000 yards, whatever.
Yeah.
Her and my neighbor Tula,
Yeah.
her Greek best friend, they started cutting it. She went to we went to the restaurant. We took the size of the table. She hemmed them, whatever we put on. Instantaneously hit.
Stop.
That became a staple.
Hit.
Right away.
I'm telling you,
The checkered tablecloth.
It just fucking just took off, because Little Italy is a tourist.
Of course.
We have our regular customers.
Yeah.
But people walking by, or people Googling it, they see, literally, where can we get the Italian food? Literally. So you're gonna see like a regular like ceramic table.
Yeah.
And then you see a check tablecloth. But what's not Italian about that?
Yeah.
What's like, it's crazy.
No, to this day too. It kills it.
Yeah,
man.
like it
It's
kills
amazing.
it. You know, that was I think that was a turning point. That was probably one of my best decisions.
I think
made.
so, yeah.
I
It
think
was
that was
such a long
fucking
time ago,
crucial
too.
That
move.
is insane.
Oh yeah,
Changing
bro.
the tablecloth.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. We had regular wooden tables.
Like I understand it. Someone watching is gonna be like, "Holy shit!" Like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
whole career, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was the turning
Yeah,
point, changing the
that-
tablecloth.
That was a thing. And that's another thing with Rosina's too. You know, we did very well.
Yeah.
You know, we created our own brand there. You guys helped us.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a Taverniti thing.
Yeah,
For
You know what I'm
sure.
trying to say?
It was special because it was Rosina's, and we
Yeah.
had to do something a little different to make
Yeah.
it Rosina's. But if
To
we
go with the
also
King
did
vibe.
Taverniti's there, I think it would
It
have
was
been
like a
great, too.
hip version of.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. It wasn't that like,
No.
oh, I'm walking into Nonna's house vibe.
Exactly.
It wasn't
also-
like that.
There was also a lot of people went to go pre-eat, right? Before
Yeah.
going out. So
Yeah.
that's why it was a younger crowd as well.
Yeah.
So we had to do something different there. But
Less tourists and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know. Okay. I want to ask both of you this. This is the question I ask every guest. Start with you, Dom. Does money buy happiness?
Fucking all day, man. All day. You know what? And it does all day. And if it does, you don't know where to spend it.
Damn.
That's it. That's all.
So
That's it.
It's
It
an
buys
easy
it.
yes for you.
It's an easy yes, man. And you know, if you have a problem with that, then you know you're not spending it the right places,
Yeah. Or you don't make enough.
or you don't make enough.
How about you?
yeah, I agree. It does if it's spent well. But I there's another side to it too, right? Like I think I wouldn't cry for money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I wouldn't make it my life. I know a lot of people do, and that's fine.
Yeah, because you're in a situation. Not
But
to
yeah,
cry.
at the same
So
time,
you
I was
can't
never in
say
that situation where it was like money or die kind of thing. But yeah, I think money makes you happier,
Yeah.
a lot happier. You know?
I think it really depends on your upbringing too, and
Yeah.
and it also depends on the type of person you are. You know, we say that a lot too. Like if you're an asshole when you're broke, you're gonna be an asshole when you're rich.
That's true, too.
If you're a nice person and you're broke, you're gonna be an even nicer person
Yeah,
when
like
you're
I
rich.
think if you have $10 million and another guy's $5 million, the guy that with $5 million could be happier. You know what I mean? Like money's there, but I think the amount of money might not reflect
True.
how happy you could be. I think it's
My daughter said to me, Vanessa said to me a while back ago, a few years ago, she goes, Papa, she goes, are you rich? I go, like, what do you mean? She goes, are you rich? I go, you know what rich is? Wake up in the morning and doing what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's when you're fucking rich.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
all.
It's true.
That's
you
the
have
way I
the
see it.
freedom to do whatever you want.
100%. That's when you know you're
You
rich.
know, let's say someone's watching this now and they haven't visited your restaurants. Why would you tell them to go? Why should they go?
obviously, if something's been around for that long, you got something's right, right? Everything's very, very authentic. We're very clean there from Nonna, right? So, yeah, the history speaks itself. I think if I saw something down the street that's been there for 20 years, I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Yep.
You know, let's
You
try
know
this
what
place
is
out.
not being pretentious.
Yeah, we're
Just-
not. Man,
just-
I dress homeless. He dresses
Yeah,
homeless
man,
every
people-
day. Like,
yeah.
no, for real. You see
I'm telling you,
people-
people see me every day. You don't know fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Our server manager, he's dressed in the suit and everything. People think he's the owner, and that's great.
That's
we
great.
like
Shout
that.
out Fiore.
I
Yeah.
come in, I
Shout
got my
out
hair
Fiore.
everywhere.
Shout
I'm
out
always in
Fiore.
joggers. Like, this is the nicest I've dressed this year, I think. With the little collar.
I appreciate that, bro.
You know what I mean?
Fury's a gem, man. Like he took us to that, that plateau where you know what, the social media is huge.
Yeah.
You know what, he's got a good presence.
Yeah.
He has a good presence, and Coulthard as well. Coulthard is.
Well, you got good
is-
people around
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah, oh
there.
yeah,
Like,
100%.
You guys
It's
have
all
really
family.
Yeah.
built a solid family
No,
there
for
of
sure.
people. My last question for you, Dom, is what do you want to be remembered for?
You know what? A family man, a hardworking man, especially to my kids.
Yeah.
A person that just, cares about people, respects people. Respect is a big thing. It's always been. Respect is such a huge thing for me. I respect everyone, and not that I expect them to respect back. I just think that they know, what I've been through in life, especially people that I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, life doesn't come easy at all. You got to work for everything about it. So I guess hard work is massive for me. I just want to be the guy that, hey, you know what? Hey, look at Dom. Dom could do it. Anybody can do it. Pretty much.
I like that. Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm fucking hungry.
Let's go.
We just finished talking about all the pasta and pizza. I gotta come eat soon.
Yeah,
guys.
100%. You're welcome anytime. You know that already. We always
course,
take care of you, man.
course. I appreciate you
You
guys.
kill half my
Appreciate the
kitchen,
time.
but whatever.
Buddy, I'll eat everything there.
You eat everything there.
Love you guys, boy.
Love you.
We're out.